You're thinking about buying the Sabrent Rocket Q NVMe SSD. It promises blazing Gen 3 speeds and comes with free cloning software. But here's what surprised me. After months of testing, I found critical problems that no one is talking about. Therefore, before you spend your money, you need to see this honest review. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's be real. You're here because that 4.8-star Amazon rating looks amazing. The price is tempting. And the specs: M.2 PCIe Gen 3 X4, NVMe 1.3, smart, trim, free Acronis cloning software. It sounds like the perfect budget speed upgrade for your PC or PS5. But what if I told you that stellar rating is hiding a thermal secret that could throttle your performance into the ground? Therefore, stick around because we're diving deep into the problems you won't find on the product page. First, the good stuff, because this isn't a hit piece. The Sabrent Rocket Q is fast. Out of the box, for those first glorious minutes, it screams. The sequential read and write speeds are fantastic for a Gen 3 drive. Installation is a breeze if you've ever handled an M.2 SSD before. And that free Sabrent Acronis True Image software, a genuine value add for easy system cloning. It's like getting a free moving truck for your digital life. But here's the first joke. This SSD runs so hot initially, I'm surprised it doesn't come with a free oven mitt. Therefore, let's talk about that heat, because it's the core of our first major problem. I ran Crystal Disk Mark and the numbers were great. Then I ran it again and again. This is where the Sabrent Rocket Q shows its true colors. It uses QLC NAND flash. Now, QLC is cheaper and allows for those high capacities at a lower price, but it has a downside. It slows down dramatically as it fills up and gets hot. The controller on this drive, it starts sweating under sustained loads. I transferred a large game file folder, and after the first 20 seconds the speed dropped. Not a little. A lot. This is the classic QLC cache exhaustion. The drive has a small, fast buffer. Once that's full, you're writing at a fraction of the advertised speed. Is that a deal breaker? For a typical user copying a few movies, maybe not. But for a gamer transferring a 100 GB Call of Duty update, or a content editor working with large video files, it's a serious bottleneck. Therefore, the advertised speed is a bit of a magic trick. It's there, but only for a brief shining moment. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: thermals. The Sabrent Rocket Q gets toasty. Without a heatsink during those sustained writes, it can thermal throttle to protect itself. This means it literally slows down to cool off. On a product page boasting PCIe 3.1 compliance and power management, they don't highlight that you might need to buy a separate heatsink for optimal performance. It's like selling a sports car but forgetting to mention it needs premium fuel to hit top speed. The second joke: this drive doesn't need a temperature sensor. It needs a therapist to deal with its performance anxiety. Therefore, if your laptop or motherboard has poor M.2 cooling, you are buying a problem. Let's look at durability. The TBW terabytes written rating for the Rocket Q is lower than some competitors using TLC NAND. For the average user, it's probably fine. But if you're planning on hammering this drive with constant data writes, the longevity could be a concern. It's the difference between a sprinter and a marathon runner. This drive is a sprinter with a small fuel tank. But wait, there's a twist. Sabrent includes that utility to change the sector size, which is a nerdy but awesome feature for specific cloning scenarios. That's a genuinely pro-consumer move. Therefore, the product is a mix of clever software and cost-cutting hardware. So, who is this drive actually for? After all this, you might think I'm telling you to run away. Not quite. The resolution to this review is about managing expectations. The Sabrent Rocket Q is not a bad product, but it is a specific product. It's perfect for someone who needs a lot of storage for a media drive, a secondary game library drive, or a boot drive for a basic system where sustained writes are rare. That free cloning software makes it a winner for easy upgrades. The third joke: buying this for heavy video editing is like using a garden hose to put out a forest fire. It works until it really doesn't. Therefore, if your use case is light, the value is incredible. However, if you are a content creator, a hardcore gamer constantly moving files, or someone who needs consistent top-tier performance, you should look at a TLC-based SSD, even if it costs a bit more. The problems I've outlined, thermal throttling, QLC slowdown, will directly impact your workflow. It's the classic, you get what you pay for scenario. But here's the final, positive snapback. For its intended, casual audience, the Sabrent Rocket Q delivers fantastic value. The high Amazon rating isn't a conspiracy. It's from people whose usage perfectly matches the drive's strengths. Therefore, the key is self-awareness. Are you a power user or a value seeker? To wrap this up, let's be clear. Don't buy the Sabrent Rocket Q if you need sustained, professional-grade speed. Do buy the Sabrent Rocket Q if you want an affordable, high-capacity NVMe drive for everyday tasks, gaming, and as a secondary drive, and you're willing to maybe add a cheap heatsink. It's a solid B-tier drive with a tier marketing. The final joke: this review had more ups and downs than this drive's temperature chart. Therefore, make the right choice for your needs. For the best price on Amazon and to see current discounts, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.